non-communicable diseases continues to be a major public health challenge across the world. According to the World Health Organization, cancer remains the leading cause of death globally, claiming approximately 10 million lives in the year 2022. Lung cancer, prostate cancer, stomach cancer, and liver cancer are the major cause of cancers in men, while breast cancer, lung cancer, cervical cancer, and thyroid cancer are the most common type of cancer among the females. Every year, February 4 has been regarded as the World Cancer Day to raise awareness with regards to the prevention, detection, and the treatment of cancer. Hello and welcome to the Drishti IAS English, and in this special video, I am Aisha Singh. We'll be talking about the topic of World Cancer Day 2025 and why is it important. So this topic is important from the General Studies paper 2, that is health issues, and also paper 3 science with regards to the treatments of the cancer, and also for the upcoming prelims, UPSC prelims for the year 2025. So first of all, let us look at the points of discussion. First, about the World Cancer Day. What is the theme about cancer, the different types of cancers, causes and symptoms, burden of cancer in India, what are the government initiatives that has been taken for raising awareness and detection of cancer, international collaborations, and in the end a practice question. So let's begin. World Cancer Day. So World Cancer Day is an international day observed every year on 4th of February. So the date becomes important, can be asked in the examination that on which day World Cancer Day is celebrated. So the answer is 4th of February every year, and the aim is to raise awareness and also to encourage its prevention and mobilize action to address the global cancer epidemic. So to raise awareness among the people that why cancer is so dangerous, and also encourage them with regard to the prevention, detection, and the treatment of cancer. Then the day is led by the Union for International Cancer Control, which was established in the year 2000. So Union for International Cancer Control, and UICC runs World Cancer Day campaigns in 3-year cycles. So it runs it in 3-year cycle. It means at 1.3 years at a time, and allow for deeper exploration of a particular theme and achieve great impact. Then what is the theme for the World Cancer Day? So this year theme, that is 2025 year theme, is United by Unique, and as it runs the campaign in 3 years, so the theme for 2025 to 2027 is United by Unique, and this theme focuses on the people-centered approach to cancer care, and it focuses on the individual needs with compassion and empathy, because the people who are suffering from cancer, they need empathy and they need compassion so that we can understand the pain that the people are going through. Then it highlights that cancer is more than a medical diagnosis, as each case carries personal stories of grief, resilience, and healing, and that is why the quality of empathy and compassion becomes important, so that we can understand what the other person is going through. Then by integrating personalized care, the initiative aims to improve health outcomes and make a meaningful difference in cancer treatment. So improving health outcomes, so that whatever is the outcome of the initiative they are taking, or whatever is the outcome of whatever they are doing, so that the input, if something is being done, if input is there, then outcome should also be good. Then about cancer. So cancer is a disease that occurs when changes in a group of normal cells within our body lead to uncontrolled abnormal growth from a lump called a tumor. Now what happens is that when the cells within a body, they starts to grow in an uncontrolled manner, they starts to grow very rapidly, and then they starts to form tumor or starts to move from one place to another place, then it becomes cancer. So basically the uncontrolled growth of cell in one's body is what is called cancer. Then if left untreated, tumors can grow and spread into the surrounding normal tissue or to other parts of the body via the bloodstream and lymphatic systems. So if treatment is not being done and the uncontrolled growth of cells or tumors is not stopped, then it can spread to other parts of the body also. Then this can affect the digestive, nervous and circulatory systems or release hormones that may affect body function. So from one body part it can move to other body part, and in the end it will start causing malfunction or all the body organs will stop working. Then what are the different types of tumors within cancer? So there are following types of tumors. First is the benign tumor, BENIGN, benign tumor. So it is non-cancerous and rarely life-threatening. They grow slowly and do not spread to other parts of the body. So they are not very dangerous in nature because they are not cancerous in nature. And then life-threatening, they are not life-threatening. They move slowly and they do not spread to other parts of the body. Now comes the next type of tumor, and this type of tumor is what is dangerous in nature, and that is the malignant tumor. Now malignant tumor is cancerous in nature, it is life threatening in nature, and also it grows in unlimited and untraceable amount, and then it also causes tumors. So it is cancerous in nature, grow faster than the benign tumor and can spread to other parts of the body and can also affect the neighboring cells or tissues. They can metastasize following secondary tumors. It means that they can grow bigger from one stage or from primary stage to the secondary stage. Then comes precancerous conditions, that is abnormal cells that may develop into cancer. Now what happens is that the start of the cancer, how does it take place? So basically the cells of the body, they starts to perform abnormally, and when they starts to perform abnormally, they tend to grow into multiple groups. Now when growing into the multiple groups happens when a large number of cells are formed, and when this large number of cells is formed, wherever they are present, it starts to harm the body at that particular place where they are present in a large number. Now types of cancer. Cancer can be classified based on the type of cell they start from. So that is carcinoma. Carcinoma arises from the epithelial cells. So epithelial cells are basically the cells which are present in the internal and external of the body. Like for example, breast, prostate, lung and colon cancer. So that the internal and the external of the body, the cancer carcinoma cells are present. Then comes second, and that is the sarcoma. Now sarcoma affects bone or soft tissues. Sarcoma affects bone and soft tissues. For common examples are liposarcoma, osteosarcoma. Then comes third, and that is lymphoma and myeloma. Lymphoma and myeloma that begins in immune system cells. It includes lymphatic system cancer and multiple myeloma. It means that within the lymphatic system, the cells starts to developing cancer. Then different types of cancer. So first comes leukemia. It affects white blood cells and bone marrow, and the cells of the body starts to damage the white blood cells, and the immunity system in one's body becomes very weak. Then comes the brain and spinal cord cancer. It is also known as the central nervous system cancer, and there is other nervous system cancer also, then that is the peripheral nervous system cancer, when the nerves which carry the signal from brain and spinal cord, they get damaged. Then next is the causes of cancer. So how the cancer is caused in one's body? So that is, cancer can be caused by a combination of factors. So what are these combination of factors? Some are modifiable, and reducing these risks can prevent over 40% of cancer cases. So different causes are, first is alcohol. It increases the risk of multiple cancer, that not even one, at one single point of time multiple organs can be affected. Then obesity linked to 12 cancer types. So increase in weight, one's weight, and keeping a healthy diet and one's weight in control becomes important because it can lead to cancer. Diet, processed meat, high salt, low fruit, veggies increase risk. Then physical inactivity, it also reduces physical inactivity increases cancer risk, and physical inactivity is one of the major problems in the urban areas that people are suffering from, because people are not doing enough exercise, people are not going for walks, they are becoming couch potatoes and are sitting at one places, and specifically during the office hours also the workforce is not moving. Then causes of cancer again is tobacco. It causes around 22% of cancer cases. Radiation, it includes UV rays, X-rays, radon, basically causes the skin cancer. Then comes the workplace hazards, exposure to asbestos or chemicals. It can cause the breathing problems. Then infections like HPV, hepatitis B or C, it can also cause cancer. So tobacco is basically one of the major causes of cancer. Now non-modifiable risk which you cannot modify, and it comes no matter what. So that is age. Risk increases with age. Then carcinogens, it can alter the behavior of the cell, and the cell can become and it can start to damage one's own body. Genetics, inherited predispositions. Then immune system, weak immunity raises risk, and this is what also happens in leukemia. Then comes the symptoms of cancer. So what are the different symptoms of cancer? That is, first is change in bowel or bladder habits. So this is a common sign for the colorectal cancer, and colorectal cancer happens in the colon or the rectum of one's body, which is present in the large intestine. Then a sore that does not heal. So you need to see whether any mole or skin cancer or mouth cancer, if any kind of ulcer you are observing, you need to report it to doctor. Then unusual bleeding or discharge. Any kind of bleeding from the bladder, vagina, rectum could mean prostate, cervical or colorectal cancer. Then comes thickening or lump in breast or otherwise. Then ingestion or indigestion is also one of the major symptoms. Then obvious change in mole, nagging cough or harshness. So this also, all these things you need to take care. If any of the symptoms any kind of person is suffering from, then they need to report it. And if the symptom is for a long period of time or is gradually or slowly becoming serious, then you need to report it to the doctor and consult a doctor. Then comes the burden of cancer in India, one of the major problems that India is going through. In the year 2022, the projected number of new cases, the projected number of new cancer cases in India was around 14,61,000 with a crude incidence rate of 100.4 per 1 lakh individuals. So in a year, more than 14 lakh cases were observed, and the incidence rate was out of 1 lakh people 100.4%. Then approximately 1 in 9 people in India is expected to face a cancer diagnosis during their lifetime. 1 in 9 people. Then lung cancer ranked highest among male, while breast cancer held the top spot among females. So for males, lung cancer; for females, breast cancer. Then according to the data from the National Cancer Registry Program, cancer cases are expected to increase significantly with an estimated 8 lakh new diagnoses annually. So these are the kind of facts that you need to write whenever you are writing your mains answer writing or doing your mains answer writing, because these are the facts which are credible in nature and will fetch you extra marks. So these are important factual information for you. Then if you will look at the rising burden of cancer in India, so look at, this is incidence and this is mortality, that how many people are dying. So in the year 2020, around 14 lakh cases and 7 lakh people died. 2021, 14.2 lakh cases, 7,89,000 people died. 2022, 14.6 lakh cases and more than 8 lakh people died. So 2025 data has not been given with regard to mortality, but the number of cases is more than 15 lakh. So the incidence or the case load is also increasing. Now, what are the different government initiatives that has been taken to detect cancer? So that is, while presenting the Union Budget 2025-26, the Finance Minister has announced the establishment of cancer care centers in all districts of India. So this is the most recent information. So if you are making notes, note down this information, because this is with regard to the recent budget that has been presented by the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to cancer care centers in all districts of India. Then this initiative seeks to improve access to cancer treatment and patient support nationwide, bridging a crucial gap which is present between, as of now, the patient and the place where the cancer treatment can be done. So if all the districts of India will have a cancer care unit, then the people do not have to walk for so long, or they do not have to travel for so long for the cancer treatment. Then the interim budget 2024-25 encouraged the vaccination of girls aged between 9 to 14 years to prevent cervical cancer, and also one of the major steps which was taken during the budget of 2024-25 for girls aged 9 to 14. So any of you who are watching this video and is under the age group of 9 to 14, then you can also need to opt for it. Then different government initiatives are the National Program for Prevention and Control of Cancer, Diabetes, Cardiovascular Diseases and Stroke, and it was launched in the year 2010, and the focus was health promotion, early diagnosis and management of the disease. So if a disease can be diagnosed at an early stage, like for example at stage 1, then the treatment is possible. But imagine a case where the cancer diagnosis has been done at the later stages, like for example stage 3, then it becomes difficult to treat cancer, and the burden of cancer is also very high, and the financial expense is also very high. Then the National Cancer Grid is a network of cancer centers, research institutions, patients group and charitable institutions across India, and the aim is to standardize cancer care and facilitate collaborative research. Research can be done by different units coming together. Now, different government initiatives, National Cancer Awareness Day, and this is observed annually on 7th of November, and the aim is to raise awareness with regard to the cancer and the early detection of cancer. Then the HPV vaccine. The HPV vaccine protects against human papillomavirus infection, and this can lead to the development of cervical cancer and other HPV related cancer. Then earlier the finance minister has announced a customs duty exemption on 3 of the key cancer medicines, and this was also one of the biggest steps taken by the finance minister or the government. And these three cancer care medicines are, the pronunciation is little difficult to do, but let me try it for you. Trastuzumab deruxtecan, osimertinib and durvalumab. So these are the 3 exemptions to enhance affordability and accessibility for patients battling breast, lung and biliary tract cancer. As the cancer expense is very, very high, so to reduce the expense on people's pocket, the exemption was made on these 3 cancer drugs. Then international collaboration, a global fight against cancer. So the World Health Organization has been a key partner in India's cancer control strategy, promoting tobacco control, palliative care and human resource development. So basically whatever is possible in one's need, they need to do it so that the burden of cancer can reduce. India's participation in international collaborations like for example Quad Cancer Moonshot further strengthens its role in the global fight against cancer, because globally also a lot people who are losing in life, the number goes into millions. Then a comprehensive cancer control strategy for India, that is importance of prevention, early detection, affordable treatment, palliative care cannot be overstated. They need to be maintained and they need to be done. Then the increasing burden of cancer, India must continue to expand its efforts in public education, healthcare infrastructure and research, because healthcare infrastructure, research and development, R&D is one side which will lead to the better equipments and the better study in the coming times, which will be helpful. Then the government focus on primary healthcare, screening programs, tobacco control, affordable treatment is a step in the right direction, as the need of the hour is the affordability. Then India can significantly reduce the cancer burden and improve outcomes for millions of individuals who are affected by this disease by taking these steps for healthcare infrastructure, tobacco control. Now, National Cancer Awareness Day, that is 7th of November. What can be done to prevent cancer? So, few of the steps that can be taken at an early stage, like for example, stay away from tobacco and alcohol, then eat healthy diet, increase the intake of fruits and vegetables in your diet, have a balanced diet, stay physically active and maintain a healthy weight. So BMI, you can look for the BMI of your body. Protect yourself from environmental pollution, even though it is becoming difficult if you are living in an urban city, but you need to have a healthy lifestyle and a pollution free environment. Then maintain personal hygiene, regular screening for early detection, go for full body checkup every 6 months to 1 year. Then get vaccinated for hepatitis B, self examination for breast cancer detection. So these are few of the steps that a person can take. And now in the end, a prelims MCQ or a practice question, and like always, you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. So the question reads, recently the government announced a customs duty exemption on 3 medicines, that is trastuzumab, deruxtecan, osimertinib and durvalumab. These medicines are related to which of the following diseases? That is diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular diseases or tuberculosis. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.